All right, so I just got back from watching After the Hunt, the latest film from noted auteur director Luca Guadagnino. I believe that's how you say his last name. But he has been a director of note, especially recently. He's come out with some movies that have generated some buzz. And I've never seen a Luca Guadagnino film before, so I just figured this new one's coming out. Might as well check it out. So, and the premise intrigued me. It is the story of a college professor from Yale, a philosophy professor, I believe she was, and her close friend gets accused of crossing the line with a student. But things are not always as clear as they seem, especially in this murky world that we live in. And there's agendas and, what's the hidden motive behind everything and who's telling the truth and all that stuff. Hence the name of the movie, After the Hunt. So I came in with, raised expectations because of Guadagnino's reputation. But again, I've never seen one of his movies before, so I had no idea what to expect. And I will say, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. It's not something that I would definitely want to watch again, and it's not really something I'd recommend to a lot of people unless you're like a film person or a cinephile, as we are called sometimes, and you are interested in, seeing these kinds of movies. But for, if you're looking for something that is a distraction or an escape from the real world, this is not that. And not all movies are supposed to be pure escapism. But what I took away from this movie, and this might not have been the intent, but it's what I took away from it, is that, humanity as a whole kind of sucks, and even the people who appear to be better than the rest of normal people, who have all their lives together, who are smart, who are successful, who present themselves in a certain way, they are just as messed up and just as unhappy and sad than the rest of us normal people. Now, that's not the only thing going on in this movie, but that's the main takeaway that I took from it, is that you have, people who appear to be privileged and people who are not privileged, and we are just the same in this way. We're all faking it. We're all miserable. And we're all trying to get something out of something or another. So I agree with that to an extent. So it's not like I sat the entire movie crossing with my arms crossed being like, well, I don't think this is an accurate portrayal of humanity at all. Far from it. Humanity is the worst. But to a certain degree, there are, good people in this world. Not very many, but there are. And and this movie isn't going that far, but it's one of those kind of movies. I think when Oppenheimer came out, I've talked a lot about how its portrayal of humanity was kind of accurate, that humanity kind of sucks, and this is kind of like that, except not war crimes, but more just a sense of pride and, everybody has skeletons in their closet that they're trying to hide. Everyone's trying to putting on a face to be someone that they're not, that sort of thing. And so if you are interested in a story that tackles this, that, has some very interesting conversations, I'd recommend it. But if you're like, that doesn't sound very interesting at all, that's not why I watch movies, then I would not recommend this movie to you. I will say the directing is quite interesting, especially for a movie that's a lot of talking, a lot of conversations. They keep Luca Guadagnino and his cinematographer really keep the shots interesting, and they keep the camera moving, which is cool. I especially liked POV shots where you would see someone's face directly in the middle of the screen talking to the camera. I appreciated those. They were very unsettling sometimes, actually, which I liked. And then Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross did the music for this movie. They did music for The Social Network and other things. And and the music in this movie is weird. I liked it, but it's weird. And it's like the movie's kind of quirky a little bit like that, where it has weird camera movements and weird music to go along with this very serious stuff that they're talking about. Yeah, so all in all, I'm glad I saw it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I don't think a lot of people are going to watch it, but I'm glad I saw it. So those are my thoughts on After the Hunt.